When Christian Petersen's name comes up, usually the first thing that comes to mind is the pieces of art he created for Iowa State. During Petersen's time at Iowa State, he created 12 major public art sculptures. Some of his most famous pieces on campus are the Fountain of the Four Seasons, the Marriage Ring, and Conversations. Each of Petersen's works of art has a meaning behind it, whether it be the time in which they were created or the reason why they were created. The Fountain of the Four Seasons is located outside of the north end of the Memorial Union. It was completed in 1941. This piece of art shows four American Indian women sitting on the perimeter of a circular fountain representing an ancient prayer or chant of thanksgiving. The four women are seated facing north, south, east, and west. Each of them are sculpted representing a line of the prayer. The first plants the seed, "Lo, I come to tender the planting." The second bends close to the earth. "Lo, a tender shoot breaks forth." The third holds a harvest basket. "Lo, I collect the golden harvest." The fourth nurses her newborn babe. "Lo, there is joy in my house." The sculptures are carved from Bedford limestone and are placed around a circular base made of terracotta with corn designs on the base. This piece of art was recently restored and reinstalled after a 2-year absence. The reason for the restoration was because they were damaged from mineral deposits, salt, and other bacteria that collected over the years from exposure to the elements. Conservation Technical Associates of Connecticut soaked the sculptures in a chemical bath and repaired various cracks. The funding for this $250,000 restoration project came from private donations as well as ISU classes of 1946, 1947, 1948, and 1998. Conversations is located in the south entrance courtyard of the Oak Elm dorms. It was completed in 1955. This sculpture shows three groupings of students sitting on a wall. The sculptures were carved from 40 tons of Bedford limestone and can be found along a red brick wall that runs adjacent to the Oak Elm dormitory. At one end, 3 girls are socializing and reading. The center sculpture shows a boy and a girl sharing a newspaper. And at the far end of the wall, a girl looks like she is thinking about something. This work of art reflects how Petersen observed students growing, changing, and finding themselves during their years on campus. This piece of art took Petersen 8 years to complete, the longest by far that he spent on any sculpture. The marriage ring is located outside of McKay Hall, and it was completed in 1942. This sculpture shows 3 children at the edge of a pool. A young girl is shown leaning over the edge, holding a water lily. The 2 other children are boys, which are sitting on the edge of the fountain watching a turtle. The circular shape of the fountain is supposed to represent a wedding ring, and the 3 children are the gems of the ring. Circling the fountain is a quote from a poem to help explain the fountain. The poem goes as following: "I believe all children are good if they are only understood. Even bad ones seem to me just as good as they can be." The original sculptures unfortunately suffered from vandalism 3 times and ended up being recast in reinforced concrete. Christian Petersen definitely made a mark on Iowa State's campus with his art, which has been enjoyed by anyone who has been to Iowa State's campus. Christian Petersen also has a museum of his artwork on campus. The museum is located at Morrill Hall on the ISU campus, where Christian Petersen was a faculty of the college from 1937 through 1955. Petersen sculpted at the college from 1935 through 1955.